All right, I'd like to excuse Councilman Scobes. He had some family issues to deal with tonight, and so we want to excuse him tonight, let people know that. I'm going to have Chief Adams come up. We've got a presentation that we let him introduce.
Mayor, Council, it's my privilege to introduce a couple of individuals who do many great things throughout the state on behalf of the police chiefs and officers of this state. First, I'd like to introduce the president of the Utah Chiefs Association, Tom Ross. And then with him is our executive director of the Police Chiefs Association, Val Shoup, and turn some time over to them.
Mayor and Council, we're happy to be here and to be able to make a presentation to your police department this evening. The accreditation program, to give you background, the accreditation program is a program where we have assessors come in to the different jurisdictions and departments and assess their policies, procedures, both city and state. And also, as most of you know, they have a policy procedure through Lexipol, which most of our departments have. They are required through that process to be compliant in all policies, both city ordinances, state law, and to give you an example, if your department had a disciplinary action, our assessors would come in, we would see that they are following the protocols and procedures that you have, and actually have to give us an example of how that worked and that they followed those procedures. And it's that way in most of the policies. We have approximately 20 cities right now that are in the process. This is our third that we've presented this year. We'll be presenting Orem theirs here right shortly. Your Chief Adams has been very proactive, stepped up and got his done very quickly. They have 3 years to complete this from the time they initiate it. He has completed his, and he is also one of our assessors, which has been really great for us, and has actually been one of the assessors for Orem City to help them with theirs. So he's been very, very proactive. In addition to that, once they have completed this assessment and have gone through the process, they have to be approved by the Utah Chiefs Police Association Board of Directors, and they approve their accreditation after the assessors have come in and accredited your city. In addition, they receive a sticker that'll go on their vehicles that said they're a Utah accredited agency through the Utah Chiefs of Police Association. It'll be on every one of your police vehicles. That's at the discretion of course, the city and the chief to do that. He's chose to do that. The other cities have too, and we think that's great. It's been very interesting to listen to some of these chiefs as they go through this process, that their policies are now in compliance throughout, along with other jurisdictions and states who have the same process that we do. So having said that, I'm going to turn the time over to Chief Ross, and he's going to make a presentation to Chief Adams, and it's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Val, Mayor, City Council. It's a great opportunity to be here. I feel a little bit maybe more comfortable than I normally would. I'm used to seeing Councilman Mendenhall at League of Cities and Towns meetings. He's a common face there, and I had the opportunity of meeting your city manager, Steve. Seth. Okay, Seth, at the league meetings as well. So it's nice to be here, and of course I have a great deal of respect for Steve and what he's done as the chief of police in your jurisdiction and for what he does for our association. I don't have to tell any of you here how important these types of processes are, especially in today's day and age for our law enforcement agencies. The public expects us to be professional. They expect us to be leaders. They expect us to be doing everything we can to ensure that we have their best interests at heart and that we know what our profession expectations are. And it's through processes like our Chiefs of Police accreditation where all of us have the ability to up our game just a little bit more and make sure that not only in a specific city, but also throughout the state of Utah, that our law enforcement officers and agencies are operating at the very highest levels. And as I've been involved in the Chiefs Association and certainly conversations with the legislature and at the Capitol involving law enforcement, anytime something is perceived to go wrong or people believe something went wrong. They're, of course, wanting to challenge law enforcement and what are we doing and how are we handling that. And it's through these programs that we can ensure that we have the best practices in place and that we are maintaining that standard that I think all of our citizens expect. So without taking any more time, I would, if Steve would stand up here, Chief Adams, I'll just read this quickly. This is from the Utah Chiefs Accreditation Alliance. Spanish Fork Police Department, approved and accredited in recognition for the completion of the standards for certification and accreditation as prescribed and mandated by the Utah Chiefs of Police Association, November 2018. Congratulations.
We'll stand up here and then have the council behind us.
Oh, sure, we're always behind you.
They are always behind us. Okay. 3. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
For all you do.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Chief. Nice to see you again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
If I could just say just a couple of things. Anytime that anything good happens in my department, it's because of the guys that are behind me pushing it forward. And specifically, that is the case with this award or this accreditation. It wasn't, I might be the one with the plaque in my hand, but the ones that are here and the ones that do the legwork are the ones that get us to where we are, to the point we are seeking, which is excellence. And we'll talk more about it at our upcoming awards banquet, but truly the officers that have taken the task, been given the task, and then me getting out of their way so they can accomplish it is what's truly impressive. And we have a great bunch of officers that work for Spanish Fork City.
Thanks, Chief. Great honor for our police force, and we're grateful to have them and for the type of caliber of people we have there. And so thank you, and thank you for that recognition. We appreciate you coming down.